Hello and welcome to this episode, which is called Flying Monkeys. And those of you who have heard this term before, they're going to know exactly what this episode is about. And for those of you who haven't, the chances are, even though you might not have heard this turn of phrase, you're going to recognise exactly what I mean. A flying monkey is a person that the abusive party recruits onto their side. It might be a friend or a family member or an acquaintance who they ask to contact you on their behalf. And you can bet your bottom dollar that this person's been told all sorts of untruths about you and the relationship. They're likely to be under the impression that the abuser is in fact the victim and that you are the problem or have been overreacting. When it comes to narcissistic abuse or extremely controlling personalities, the flying monkeys are the people who have been exposed to the smear campaign, and this is the abuser's attempt to literally smear your name. They often act fast with this, and before you know it, rumours are flying around. People who you once thought were friends are now avoiding you, or you can just tell that they've been told things that are less than flattering about you. The lengths an abuser will go to whilst mounting this smear campaign can't be underestimated. They'll lie, and lie some more. They'll share highly personal information about you, insult you, tell people that you didn't value their friendship with them, tell them about any alcohol or drug use, tell them that you're a bad parent. They might even contact your family members directly to tell them these things, or even agencies and authorities, all in a bid to get their side of the story in first and ensure that your reputation is in some way tarnished following the abolition of the relationship. Sometimes an abuser will go one step further with the flying monkeys and smear campaign and adopt a strategy of triangulation, and this is where a third party is recruited to do all of their bidding. This could be a new partner or someone that they were unfaithful with. It could be a friend, a parent, a sibling, anyone who believes their lies and is damaged enough themselves to start attacking you verbally, digitally, even physically. Maybe they'll check up on you on the abuser's behalf, or they'll be spreading rumours like nothing you've ever seen before, and the stories you might hear about yourself are not only untrue, they're deeply offensive and make the healing process nigh on impossible to start, as you're kept in a state of survival, kept stressed, kept confused and desperate for it all to stop. Flying monkeys, smear campaigns and triangulation are some of a whole range of ways that abusers get to you, and no two victim stories are the same. But if you've been in a toxic relationship with an abuser, the chances are you recognise some of the scenarios and behaviours I've just very briefly described. And on this day a year ago, I was subjected to a visit from a flying monkey. I didn't actually see this person, but I knew they were there because they sent me their location via Facebook Messenger. At 4 a.m. in the morning, I received a message to tell me that this person was right outside my parents' house. I'll never know if Mr. C was with him too, but I was so shaken up by this and I didn't know what to do. I should have phoned the police and reported him for harassment, but I was so scared. I knew that it would create a whole other world of stress, and what if the police didn't really do anything? At best, it would mean months of turmoil in the build-up to a court case. There was no way he'd plead guilty, and if he did, he would most likely be given some sort of pathetic fine that he would never have paid anyway. My ex-husband was arrested, charged and convicted with assault when he attacked me the day he left the pub to move to his parents' house. And whilst I hadn't had to go to court, the whole process had been awful, and I knew that Mr. C and his flying monkeys would make my life hell. Plus, I was pregnant. I didn't want the stress, I just wanted to ignore it all and hope it went away. But then the phone calls started. 4:30 a.m. and he was ringing my phone. I didn't answer. I turned it off. I decided I didn't need any of my possessions anymore. I had the dog and my daughter had her toys, and that's all that mattered. I texted him and told him that he was harassing me and that he had gone too far, and he texted back the following morning and agreed that it was unacceptable behaviour, that his insatiable appetite for the truth had driven him to distraction, and that he had been traumatised by me leaving him. I ignored the messages, but was still left utterly perplexed how he had managed to agree with me, justify abusive behaviour, and then become the victim and blame me, all in the space of 3 sentences. I really had learnt so much about this type of personality in those weeks, and I could see the tactics he was using. But sometimes I still find it hard to accept that I believed this sort of thing so much during the relationship. But I wasn't believing it anymore. I was certainly wising up to it. Thank you for listening, and if you're enjoying the series of 1 Year On, then do like, subscribe, or turn on notifications, and join us over in the Facebook group where we're having some wonderful discussions around the different themes that come up in each episode. Hope to see you there. Bye bye.